Hello everyone, this is Atul Mishra, lecturer in Mechanical Department of Pravin Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Okay, we are studying automobile engineering subject. Okay, in this we have completed our 5 chapters successfully. Moving ahead to the next chapter, that is last chapter, and this chapter is the smallest chapter in the syllabus. Okay, so this chapter is all about. Okay, let take a quick revision of all the chapters. Okay, in automobile subject till now we have studied the different components related to automobile, the classification of automobile, how the power is going to be generated, and with the help of transmission how the power is going to be transmitted from the engine to the driving wheels. And then we have discussed about the control system. First of all, we have discussed about the components involved in the transmission system. So components are clutch, gear, propeller shaft, axles, different types of propeller shaft, different types of axle, different types of gearboxes we have discussed, different types of clutches we have discussed. Then we have moved on to the control system, how we are going to control the vehicle. So with the help of brakes, with the help of steering, we are going to control the vehicle. So different types of steering gears we have seen. Then we have seen different types of braking system. Then after that we have moved on the electrical system. Then we have discussed about the wheels and tires, what are the components, how many types of there. So this is all about we have seen in automobile subject. Okay, moving ahead to the some government norms, some rules and regulations are there which are going to be related with the automobile. Okay, so as to run the smooth control on the road. So here is our sixth chapter, that is Motor Vehicle Act, Road Safety and Garage Practices. So first of all, why these Motor Vehicle Acts and Road Safety Acts are being taken in the practice? So as to avoid the number of accidents, so as to run the smooth traffic. Okay, and to avoid the damage to your vehicle as well as the human beings also. So this is very important. Or in any other field, if you are going to run with some rules and regulations, so it is going to be a smooth operation or smooth practice. So what we are going to see in this chapter, so we are going to see introduction and objectives of Motor Vehicle Act, silent features of Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and Central Motor Vehicle Rules 1989. Okay, in this chapter it is introduced like Motor Vehicle Act of 1988 and 1989, but we are going to discuss about the modern vehicle acts which are there in recent years. The types of significance of traffic signs, what are the traffic signs are there in the traffic rules and what they said, we are going to discuss in this video. Then importance transport terms, okay, which are going to be there. Now introduction and objective of Motor Vehicle Act. So the fast increasing number of both commercial vehicle and personal vehicle in the country, the need of encouraging adoption of higher technology in automotive sector, concern for the road safety standards and pollution control measures, standards for transportation of hazardous and explosive materials, the next need for effective way of tracking down traffic offenders. Then next point is rationalization of certain definitions with addition of certain new definitions of new types of vehicle. Next, striker producers sorry structure produce sorry procedures relating to grant of driving license and period of validity thereof, laying down of standard for the components of parts of motor vehicle. Next, provision for issuing fitness certification of vehicle also by the authorities testing stations, enabling provision for updating the system of regulation marks, registration marks. Then liberalized scheme for grant of stage carriage permit on non-nationalized routes, all India tourist permit and also national permits for good carriage. Then maintenance of stage register for driving license and vehicle registrations. The bill also seeks to provide the more deterrent punishment in case of certain offences. So this is all about the introduction. So what we have understood in this introduction, so we are not only going to control the traffic or vehicle, we are also going to control our environmental hazardous by the use of these rules. Okay, by making some rules regarding exhaust system related to our environmental pollution. Okay, in next point we have discussed there are some license issue, means we have to conduct some test whether that particular vehicle or that particular driver is capable of driving the vehicle or not. So uh, test going to be of driver also, and the test going to be of that particular vehicle also. After that it is going to be on the road. Okay. Now next silent feature was moving vehicle, sorry, Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and certain motor vehicle rule 1989. So first is related to road safety. The bill proposed to increase penalties for traffic violation and it will act as a deterrent. It process stricter provision for offence such as drunk and drive. Then next is juvenile driving, driving without license, overspeeding, dangerous driving, and overloading. So these are related to road safety. It also proposes stricter provision for driving without helmet. So as I have discussed, we are not going to discuss Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and 1989. These are some modern motor vehicle acts, or you can say the modification done in the conventional motor vehicle acts. Okay. Then vehicle fitness. The bill includes a provision that mandates automated fitness testing of vehicle. This will improve road safety by removing unfit vehicles. Okay, we are going to remove the unfit vehicles. The motor vehicle bill also propose penalty for uh, deliberate violation of safety and environmental regulation. The bill proposed regulation of the purpose of testing and certification of automobile. Next point, it also proposed to bring agencies issuing automobile approvals to be brought under the Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and vehicle testing standard of to be set. The next term is environmental and road health. The bill mandates the recall of defective motor vehicle if the defect may be cause a threat to the environment or the driver or other people on the road. In such a case, the recalled vehicle manufacturer will have to reassemble the vehicle owner the full cost of the vehicle. Next point, replace the defective vehicle with another vehicle of similar mix. Next point, protection of good Samaritan. The bill incorporates good Samaritan's guidelines in order to help road accident victims. The bill defines good Samaritans as a person who provides emergency medical or non-medical assistance to a road accident victim and provides rule to prevent harm harassment of such a person will not be liable to any civil or criminal action for any injury or death of an accident victim causes due to their negligence in providing assistance to the victim. The next term is Road Safety Board. The Motor Vehicle Act Amendment Bill 2019 provides for the setting of a National Road Safety Board by the central government. The National Road Safety Board will advise the central and state government on all aspects of the road safety and traffic management, including registration and license of vehicle. Next point, standard of motor vehicles, standards of road safety, promotion of new vehicle technologies. Okay, next point will be compensation for road accident victims. The central government will develop a scheme for the cashless treatment of road accident victims during golden hours. Time period of what we mean by golden hour? Time period of up to 1 hour following a injury, during which likelihood of preventing death through prompt medical care in the highest. Okay, compulsory insurance. The bill required the central government to constitute a motor vehicle accident fund to provide compulsory insurance cover to all road users in India. The next point is national transportation policy. The central government may develop a national transport policy in the consultation with state government. The policy will establish a planning framework for road transport and will specify priorities for the transport system. The next point will be taxi. Related to taxi, the bill defines aggregators as digital intermediaries or marketplace which can be used by passengers to connect with a driver for transportation purpose, like taxi services. These aggregators will issue license by state government. Further, they must compile with the Information Technology Act 2000. Okay, so these all are the silent features of Motor Vehicle Act. Not only 1988 or you can say 1989, these features are related with the from you can say 1988 to 2019. Okay, what are the points, main points, what will be the bold points which are going to be related with this? So road safety, vehicle fitness, environmental and road health, protection of good Samaritans, then road safety boards, then compensation for road accidents victims, compulsory license, national transport policy, and taxi regulation. Next point will be types and significance of traffic signs. Okay, you must have seen some traffic signs besides the road or in between the road. So what that signs means, we are going to understand with the help of this video. So if the arrow will be like this, if the arrow will be like this, then it shows the right hand curve. Okay, this is the left hand curve, means the road condition will be like this. Then this will be right hairpin bend. This will be a kind of bend which going to be there in nearby you, or when you are going to in that particular direction, so there will be this kind of turn after some distance. Then left hairpin bend, okay, there will be left hand bend. Then right reverse bend, so this kind of the bend going to be there with the road in front of you after some time, or you can say after some distance. Then left reverse bend, so this kind of bend will be there. Then slip ascent, sorry, step ascent means you are going to be end the road like this. Then steep descent means the road going to be slant in this way. Then narrow road ahead, okay, this shows there will be narrow road after some distance, so according to that we can decide the speed of vehicle. Then road uh, wideness ahead means the road going to be wider after some distance, so according to that you can decide the vehicle or you can control your speed. Then this is narrow bridge, sign of narrow bridge. This is the sign of slippery bridge, slippery road. This is the sign of loose gravels. This is the sign of cycle crossing. This is the sign of pedestrian crossing. This is sign of school ahead means on that particular distance we are having school, so according to that we should decrease the speed or decelerate our vehicle. This is a sign of man at work means some construction or any repairing kind of work is there, so according to that we have to decide our speed. After that we are having this signature means in front of us we can have a cattle, so we should be ready for that. This is the sign where falling rocks can be occurs, so we have to think about our safety and we should drive accordingly. Then this is the sign of ferry, after some distance we can have a ferry, or at that particular place we can reach to the ferry also. The next we are having, this is the traffic signal sign, red green yellow. This is the checkpoint, the sign of checkpoint which you are going to have a checkpoint nearby you. Then this is the sign of two-way traffic, and this is the sign of no use of horn means at that particular point we should not use traffic horns, or you can say any kind of horns. This is double bend first means we are going to have this kind of bend. This is related to other dangers means any kind of danger can be there, so we should be ready for that. This is dangerous obstacles, this is the sign of dangerous obstacles. This is the way traffic, this is the major road, temporary go signature, stop and give away signature. No entry means we should not enter in that particular area. No overtaking, we should not overtake in that particular area. This is the limits, axle weight limit, end of speed restriction, give way to the other vehicles in that particular area. So keep left maximum speed. Then no lorries can be go from that particular road. Road jump, no left turn, no motor vehicles, no parking, no passing without stopping, no pedestrians means from that sign you should not walk by your legs, no stopping, should not stop in that particular area, pass either sides restriction, and no U-turn, we should not take U-turn from that. Then temporarily stop sign, uneven road, signature of sign of uneven road. a railway sign of railway crossing. So, with the help of this signs, we can get to know that what we are going to have in front of us. How we can drive means with the help of this sign we can decide our speed also. Okay, with the speed limit, or we can get to know the road condition of the road which we are going to which we are going to drive. So these are the very helpful signs, and every driver should be aware of it. And let me tell you, when you are going to apply for the license, so you have to pass your exam. So in that particular exam you are going to have this kind of the test, and in that particular test you have to identify this science. For what purpose we are going to use this particular science, you have to identify and give the answer. Okay, thank you. This is important terms related to transport. So in transport, we must know, I have make it in blank. Okay, so in every transport the terms will be different. Means if we are going to visit a or you can say passenger transport, means you are going to visit the railway stations, you can visit bus stations, bus stops. So there will be some numbers. Okay, this is the route of that particular bus, this is the route of that particular train. Okay, same accordingly when you visit a transport station, good transport station, so there will be some different terms. Means from this particular way you can transport this particular goods only, from this particular way you can transport this kind of particular goods only. Okay, so there will be separate rules for separate goods also. Means you can transport these goods without permission or interstate permissions. So these are the terms going to be different from all the different kind of transports. Okay, thank you.